Alright guys, so I'm gonna wrap up some things on the build here. I got the RC4WD V8 cover detailed, and I also have that bolted up to the R4 transmission and transfer case, which I got together. And I got the engine actually secondhand. I traded a kit for the engine, and this mount came with that engine. Now the mount that's on this is the mount that came with the R4 transmission and transfer case combo. So just making note of this, that this one, I don't know what it's for, but it's different than the one that came with the combo. The stock location of the V8 isn't going to work. The engine sets way too low and interferes with the servo, so I had to raise it up simply just using the lower hole on the engine block with the top hole of the engine mounts for the TF2 chassis. However, this mount that came with the transmission isn't going to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this off here, get my radiator hose off here so I can remove the cab. And so I'm going to set this aside. Alright, so that's the mount that came with the R4 transmission and T-case. So as you can see, they're quite a bit different. So I want this mount, and what I'm going to do is drill a couple holes in this, and then I'm going to install this little carriage, and then use the center hole on the bottom of the transfer case on each side and bolt to this guy, and then I'm going to drill a couple holes through the bottom and just screw this to the plate and pretty much call it a day. The two holes, or the two mounting holes on the engine, is plenty enough to hold that in place. I mean, this is really just something to kind of hold this, keep it level. So I'm going to do that, and then on the cab, I went ahead and wired in the lights. So my lights are all wired in, and basically I wired it just like the real deal, and then routed the wiring behind the grill, in between the grill and the radiator support, and then spit out in the driver's side lower, and then ran across the inner fender, and then I made a little printed a little block for the connector plug. So I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully I'm in the view. Alright, so I got that routed into the cab, but now I got a mess of wires, so I want to adjust the dash anyway. I want to tilt it upwards just a little bit. It's kind of pointing down just a fudge. I think it would look more scale if I change that. So basically I'm just going to unbolt it and then shave the end of the bosses to where they made up against the firewall to kind of push that dash upwards. And then when I do that, I'm gonna route my my cables through the access holes in the doghouse. So if you ever wondered why, let me find a floor pan here. If you notice, I got these holes. So these are access points for running wiring. So if you wanted to do this, you could go through here, route your wiring through the hole, and then underneath the cab to the battery or your receiver. So that's why them are there. And then when you put the carpet in here, you basically carpet over them, and then you just poke a hole to run your wire through, so it's clean. But there's plenty of room to run your wiring. You know, there could be other things, like I'm going to be running FPV on this, so I'm going to need to run wiring through there to supply power to the FPV setup. So yeah, that's where I'm at on this build. So figured I'd do this on video because I've done a lot off camera. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how the engine cover actually turned out. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I kind of created my own plug wires. I did that out of, I think, 24 gauge electrical wire, gray. The only problem is I used the actual RC4WD drive wires to create my plug ends, and I had to super glue because the way the plugs are, they have like little studs that you stick the wires onto, and they're out of alignment, and they're actually hidden behind the headers. So I tried gluing them into place, but CS glue does not stick to that, whatever material that is. So I'm probably gonna have to redo them all. Probably just gonna use heat shrink this next time. So, but anyways, yeah, the task for today is get this mounted up, and then once I got this mounted up, I can pretty much wrap up the drivetrain. And then yeah, once I get that wiring for the cab, that'll be done. The only thing that will be left is the rear tail lights. So yeah, once I'm there, then this thing will actually be drivable. But there are more details I want to add, like the brake booster, heater box, a battery, possibly a windshield, the washer reservoir. I might add that. So I'm gonna get to this. I'm gonna pull the box off, make it easier, because before I add that mount, I'm gonna pre-drill those holes. So I gotta get an idea of where them are, and then drill the holes through the steel plate here, and then mount that up. And I might even glue this into place as well, so it's, you know, kind of dual redundancy. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, get this box off. Oh, so what I did with that is I wrapped it with this is a 1/8 inch pin striping, automotive pin striping that I bought from AutoZone. Scale electrical tape. Alright, so basically what I'm gonna do is gonna find that center line, or where that mount's gonna be, and mark it. So I'm going to get a straight edge and a marker, and it's not going to need to be real exact or anything, so just want to be somewhere in the middle. Little one of the holes on, ooh, my bracket could be off. I kind of assumed that those center holes were in line of one another, but it might not actually. Oh, they are. Okay, never mind. And I'm gonna go right there. Alright, now I think I'm going to use an auto punch if I can find it. It's in here. Alright, so now I just gotta punch a couple holes. Alright guys. Alright, not sure what happened, but the camera kicked off. But anyways, I got those holes drilled. So now I'm pulling the motor off so that I can install the bracket, and then I'll put some glue on that. Put it back together and see how this goes. So and yeah, these are the stock mounts on the motor. I'm just using the upper hole and on the mount and lower hole on the block, in case we missed that in the other video. Stop it. Alright, so kind of set this aside here. So it looks like I got it. Oh, they aren't the same. They're a little bit off this way, and I thought they were the same. Well, if that's the case, I might have to relocate one of these holes or open it up to make it work. But I found a right wrench. Oh yeah, and I gotta hope that they're long enough, and they aren't. That's okay. I should have one of those. Actually, this back one. Should work for this other side. I guess it's must have been an illusion. But yeah, you can see how that's gonna work, right? Alright, my bolts. Alright, so I got these metric screws on Amazon. So this has been a pretty handy kit. We'll see if these are see if I can get some books, a set of or one of these screws to work. Same. Oh, that don't want to fit. This is too small too. Damn. You got a bad screw or what? That's too small. I don't. None of these fit. Oh, it's this one. That one don't fit either. Alright, so I'm going to have to modify my tool here. Alright, so I got something that should work now. I feel like it's tightening. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. But I guess it is kind of a little bit, yeah, they're not perfectly in line. That's alright. I'll deal with it. I mean, this, you probably really don't even need to put a mount in there. I mean, just a RC4WD V8 sends you this stuff here, styrofoam. You probably put just glue a piece of that in there and just let it sit on there. That'd be perfectly fine. But, so I'm gonna save that screw in case I need it or want to revert back. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about gluing that. Yeah, see this? Yeah, so I'm gonna have to redo them. But we'll worry about that later. now what I'm going to do is drill a small hole. Right here. Alright, I'm through. I should have pulled that tight. So I have a feeling I might have a issue. Yeah, that one hole didn't even line up. I guess I did. Yeah, forget gluing it. That's good enough. Let's see if I got a flathead. Sometimes a flathead works better on Phillips screw heads. That's what I wanted. There. So you can see that's mounted. Alright, so if I got my ducks in a row, I should be able to install my dry shafts. Why aren't these things fitting? I need to get some better tools. Man, my plug wires are becoming a mess. That stinks. Uh-oh. I had this same issue before. The end of the output shaft of the transmission is hitting the yoke on the drive or the universal. It's not allowing me to get the pin through. That's wonderful. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that off camera. But yeah, I'm gonna do some finer tuning, finer just. I don't know. So I just noticed something. These pins might be a little different. Don't make sense though. No, they're the same. For some reason I got stainless ones in here. Let's see if this one goes on. Oh. Well, that ain't gonna work. I'm gonna do some modifications. Alright, we'll have to address the drive shafts later. That really wasn't the point of this video anyway. So, yeah, I'm gonna redo my plug wires and fix my drive shaft setup. Alright, but we got the transmission motor mounted, so that was what I was after today. So now, I'm going to grab the cab and pull the dash out of it, and I'm going to put something down. I've already scratched the crap out of this thing working on it. Kind of wish I would have put a small piece of heat shrink on the wires before I stuck them through the firewall. Kind of help keep things tidy back there and easier to assemble things. But this won't be the last time I remove. Now I don't think I need to remove the dash, but I'll have to remove the mounting hardware because when I do the brake booster, I'm probably going to use those same holes. Same thing for the heater box. I'll probably put a stud in there or something. But so first thing I'm going to do I'm gonna shave these. You don't need a big angle. Actually looks like it already had some kind of angle on there. That's probably plenty. Okay, now. So now I gotta create a hole in my carpet. And I'm gonna use my I have two of those things. I have to go get my X-Acto knife in a minute. Actually, I think I'm going to go up to the top of the carpet rather than cut a hole. Actually, I think I want to go up above where I'm going to go up and around that boss. That looks pretty good. Now I gotta, the fun of finding them holes, those bosses with a screw. What did I do with my screws? That one started. Probably take a look in there, see if I got my. Oh, it's looking good. Hate when these screws strip. No, the dash is still pretty crooked. Let's see if I can loosen them up. It could be the way that there's like a counter bore on the plastic on the inside. It could be sitting in there goofy. But also could be interfering with something, forcing it down. Yeah, I think it actually is. But where? Might be hitting the windshield. Darn. Well, it is what it is. Nothing I can really do about that. So now, I think what I'm going to do is I'll probably add some heat shrink here. Yeah, up to that point. So, yep, I'm going to go do that, and then I'm going to reassemble. And I'll fix the drive shafts and we'll come back. I think that screw might be interfering with the transfer case too, so I'm going to remove that and make sure that's not an issue. Alright, so went ahead and put this back together temporarily, I guess. I'm sure I'll be ripping into it again. Something else I'm going to add is a full exhaust. So I'm going to run a full exhaust back. And I think what I'm going to do is 3D print a set of mufflers that'll attach to the this rear cross member. And I'll probably do the lead-ins in 3D print. And then we'll go steel coming out the back. I don't know, but yeah, definitely got a spot here to add 2 mufflers, so we're probably gonna put the mufflers in here or just past. I'll have to take a look at some pictures and see how it's been done, or what's common anyway. But anyways, I got my wire routed, and that's coming in through my tank in here. So I got my lights. I'm gonna have to sort the wires out, see which ones light up what, and then put the leads on. I'm gonna separate my running lights from my headlights, and then I might do the same. I might have a brake light separate from a running light in the back as well. Might use a MOSFET for that. I got 5-volt logic triggered MOSFETs that can handle like 30 amps. So I could like mount them to the frame somewhere and trigger them with the receiver. So yeah, we got the rear transfer case mount installed, so that turned out pretty good. Probably can't see that too well on camera, but it's there. So this isn't going anywhere. I had to modify the crap out of the drive shafts so you can see that front one catching. And it's just the where this yoke is hitting the shaft, actually, when it gets to that angle. It keeps wanting to kick it. It's either gonna wear in or I'm gonna have to shave it some more, but I got it working. I don't know why. It seemed like it was locked up, but it could have been because that was on there. I'm not sure. But that's done. So motor's mounted in for good. Yeah, I am gonna have to take this back off because I gotta redo my plug wires. I'm not happy with that first attempt. I can reuse the wires and everything, but I'm gonna have to use heat shrink in place of the RC4WD drive wire hoses that I use for my ends. I did try it with heat shrink on the number 2 over here, and that's been working, so I think that's gonna be the way to go. So I'll redo them. It's not a big deal. It's just a matter of doing it. Just I hate doing things twice. And I did play around trying to tweak the dash, tilting it forward. Yeah, there's some interference. I think I had to shave off the sides because it's hitting part of the cab. That seemed to help it a little bit. I got a little bit of the angle out, but I think now the center of the dash, the front, is hitting the windshield, so now it can't go anymore. So I think if I were to take this back out, which I may, I'll shave that off and see if I can get it to come up. But it's pretty good, I guess. See how well you can see in there. I can't see because of the gimbal's in the way. Ah, there we go. Isn't that cool? So yeah. And then I did the radiator hose. That's awesome. I got some wire loom on order. It's 1/8 inch, and maybe too small. I may need the 1/4 inch. I can't seem to find in between 1/8 and 1/4 wire loom. But it's the corrugated split loom, and the idea is using the cold air intake 3D print an adapter that goes into the radiator support, and then I'll probably reprint this or use the top anyway, and then print the bottom, and then do the snout thing that comes off to the side, and then do the cold air intake. I wasn't trying to do like a hopped up motor. I'm trying to build, the idea of this is to build a stock truck as close to OEM as possible. So I'm not real keen on the chrome valve covers, but it works for now. I don't know, I may just end up leaving it. I'd rather actually put time into doing the brake booster, the heater box, and then at least doing a battery over there. And also the inner fenders are installed. Basically I glued them right to the fenders, and if you don't have them trimmed, they actually fit perfect. And I just super glued, used CS glue all the way around, and then actually just like on a real one, a real truck, the inner fender kind of wraps around and bolts to the radiator support. it's crazy how it's turning out, because this truck really is pretty close to scale. I did take some measurements. I measured the tailgate on a real one. It was like 67 inches, and then this measures out 6 inches and 200 thousandths, just over 3/16, and that's just under 1/10, or no, it was over a tenth scale. And then I measured the body line of the door, and I measured mine, and it came just under under 110. So I think they have, because this is a standard chassis, the wheelbase are kind of limited to what they can do, so they had to, you know, drive it to 110 scale, and then make adjustments to it, without, you know, distorting it too bad, to match the wheelbase and the width. So, but other than that, otherwise this truck would probably be perfect. But, you know, other limitations are plastic mold injection. They have limitations on how they can remove the part once it's been injected. So, and I think that's probably why the front grill was so exaggerated on these. But I'm here now, so I got that fixed. So, alright, so that's it for now. I mean, I'll come back. I'll be adding the more details, you know. Probably do the wiring. I don't think I'm gonna do a video for that. But I'll probably do a video when I install the battery, the brake booster, and the heater box, and then I'll probably do the dual exhaust on a video at some point. Oh, and then the website is now live, and there is a forum, so I would encourage y'all to go on the forum. Everybody's welcome. You don't need to buy anything. It's free. The idea is create a platform where scale builders can share their builds and methods and all kinds of stuff. Sell stuff. I'll be my plan with this is, besides the kits, I'm gonna build completed trucks, plus I'll probably do just bodies. Like I'll do the body and do all that work for you, and then ship you a primered body, and then it's up to you what you want to do with it. But you'll have the rest of the kit, like the frames, frame extensions, and all the mounts and all that go with it. And then later on, I'm kind of brainstorming ideas. I'm thinking about playing around with carbon fiber C-channel rails, where I 3D print like the core of the C-channel, and then I'll vacuum mold carbon fiber around that, and then cut the access off to create a perfect C-channel. And then it'll be flexible. It'll be super strong but flexible. And then the body will flex like a real truck. So you get that box flex when you're crawling over big stuff like that, you know, where you get that, and the cab will kind of die down, and the box will kind of hold up. So that was an idea, and then we'll still use the RC4WD drive axles and everything. And yeah, I'm going to be doing development with the ultimate scale kit that'll accommodate the super scale kit. So the super scale kit is like the primary kit, and then the ultimate scale is kind of like a dress up kit, where we'll do like the mirrors and the console, the battery, the brake booster, and the heater box, the transmission mount. I'll probably put that in with that kit. Some new stuff may end up getting put with a super scale kit. It depends on the nature of it. Yeah, the door vents, I may end up throwing them in with a super scale kit versus the ultimate scale. But I'm trying to keep costs low. I mean, it takes forever to print one of these things, so the longer it takes, the more cost I gotta add. But anyways, get on over to the website. I'll leave a link in the description, along with joining the forum. And then we need to start getting people on there and populating those threads. Alright guys, that's it for now. We'll catch you in the next one.